Well, hey there. Looks like we're live. I want to sing that stupid song, but I hope you would sing along. It's the Frank Monday Live Drive, Jive Archive. It's the Frank Monday Live Jive, Drive Archive. Still can't get it right. That's okay. Just keep trying till you do. All right, so I'm in the dormitory right now, and I have about an hour before a class. So I thought, why not go live for 5? We're not on the drive, but hey, look, Sandra Sue's out there. All right, good to see you in Happy Land, Sandra Sue. How are you? I hope you all are doing good. Don't do bad. It's not cute. So how's my sound? Do a sound check. I'll just relax till some more people get into the room here. Who am I bullshitting? Ain't nobody coming in here but me and you. That's all right. Live Jive Drive. That's right. It's Live Jive Drive at 5. I thought I'd do something a little different today. A little Professor Frank Monday talks mysticism from within the confines of his room. So we are in the dorm room. I hope the lighting's okay. I always look washed out in the lighting. What the fuck, man? Just give me white lights. Why give me yellow lights? Makes me look yellow. I'm not yellow though, I'm pink. Yes, indeed. So I was contemplating the spiritual path and thought I got just enough time to have a stogie and do a little chit-chatting with y'all. So I'm going to have a COVID killer. This is special medicine for the prevention of the COVID, IEYS, the COVIDs. So don't be giving me your damn COVIDs. I got my COVID killer right here. So I had written down a few things I wanted to talk about and thought I would share them with you this morning. It still is morning, by the way. You know that old Frank Monday, he fucking gets up and gets it going early in the AM. Gotta light up my COVID killer. Where did my eye go? What does that mean? Oh, yeah, I don't know. It's funny. You can never trust fucking Zuckerberg. You don't know what that zombie cyborg is up to. He's always out there trying to fucking cause some kind of trouble. So I wrote a few notes on the simplicity of practice, and I wanted to get into this. Spiritual practice and Qigong magic and mysticism and developing the magic mind has to be a simple exercise in simplicity for the novice, for the initiate. And what I mean by that is you need to just allocate the amount of time that you can do so without interrupting your ordinary daily life routine. Part of the reason for that is because you're developing an extra sensory set of super sensual powers, and you want to just focus on them for a dedicated amount of time each day, even if it's 3 to 5 minutes a day. Choose a time, morning, noon, or evening, when you can focus on the development and guidance of Qi uninterrupted. And then don't do it throughout the rest of the day. The number one thing you want to establish is the simplicity of practice. So say, okay, I got enough time in my life to set aside 3 to 5 minutes for 3 months and do it every day without missing a day. So when an initiate steps out onto the path of the Magick, a single mantra can help support thee in thine work. I don't know why when I write things down, I write in King James Version. I think that has something to do with the influence of my childhood. I never talk like that, do I? So I thought of the mantra from Israel Regardie that is really the catch-all. And I found out later on that maybe it was Winston Churchill who actually originally said this, but I learned it from Israel Regardie in his book, The Tree of Life. And I thought, Regardie, did you quote Churchill, or is Churchill quoting you? Who said it first? And was it so well known back then that whoever said it first didn't really matter? Anyway, that was a little bit confusing because he didn't give credit as quoting anyone. He just wrote it in his book. And I thought it was his. So maybe it is, maybe it isn't. But the mantra is this: persistence and determination alone are omnipotent. Now, this is one of my personal favorites. So let me repeat that for you. Persistence and determination alone are omnipotent. I used this one for several decades. 3. I've been chanting this and preaching this. And so the key is that you need to find that first individual magical practice that you want to work on and be persistent at it and determined. Here's the big problem. You're going to lock in with a simple practice like standing Santi-shur or contemplation of a sigil, and the vast distances of time between starting to practice and regularity of practice and even the slightest bit of awakening is so insurmountable to the novice that you're going to be tempted to give up and quit. Don't. You need to have courage and self-confidence. So this following one can help sustain you, another mantra. But just stick with one. Formulate your own mantra. But courage and self-confidence are 2 beacons which must never be extinguished on the path to higher knowledge. So the twin pillars of Boaz and Joaquin, they can represent for you courage and self-confidence. On the left side of the tree of life, when you're facing it, right when you're looking out from behind it, but when you're facing the path towards higher knowledge and spiritual enlightenment, on your left-hand side will be Boaz, pillar of severity, and Joaquin on the right, pillar of mercy. So, courage and self-confidence. You have to be confident that you are developing the light and the ability to perceive spiritual light, which is a supersensual experience. The wealth of color in the higher worlds is so immeasurably greater than in the material sphere. When you tap into it and learn to perceive it, it can overwhelm you. It can even be frightening or horrible, like the color out of space in H.P. Lovecraft's short story, or in his work, his literary work, The Color Out of Space. This is the kind of thing you can encounter. So, but even those phenomenal spiritual experiences will not feel like enough to keep you going. So what can be done? 6 months of practice, 3 to 6 months of practice at 3 to 5 minutes each time, focusing on perceiving the spirit world. and not letting it overwhelm your daily life. Keeping it as a very small, short, bite-sized practice that doesn't interrupt your day-to-day life. Steiner, in his work, Rudolf Steiner, in one of his works, I forget exactly which one it is, but I don't want to go too long in the tooth on this one, so I'll wrap it up here. Says that you should contemplate a simple stone, maybe a translucent stone. It will help increase the amount of spiritual color you can see, like a crystal, quartz crystal. Start with a stone, 3 months, every day, 3 to 5 minutes of just gazing at it, stone gazing. Then you move on to a plant. Could be a living plant, could be a simple seed of a plant. The exercise for the neophyte in the seed of the plant can be more fun because the plant will grow on the astral and you'll see it. You'll see what, you can even randomly choose a seed that you don't know what kind of plant it is and then psychically determine it through this contemplation practice. And a little bit more of a tougher one, but all witches know this, is the contemplation of an animal and an animal's aura. Cats work great, birds work great. That's why people keep them as pets, because they're more super sensual than we are. And so the contemplation of the animal's aura, you have to have an animal as a pet, is the third level. So in this order, the stone, the seed, and the animal. Looks like we lost connection there for a momentito. So why magic and simplicity? Why bring this forward now? Because there are so many who are seeking spiritual science, but don't know where to start. So this is, once again, a video for the neophyte grade, Magic 101. On the path of spirituality with your host, Frank Monday. Why not? Why not study magic with Frank Monday? Good fun. I will give all beginners a simple tarot card for the week. Until we meet again next Friday, let's have a card of contemplation so you can get out your tarot deck and choose a card that you would like to contemplate. This one will be for me personally, and I'll share it with you. And then we'll go forward. So make sure we get the cards nice and mixed up. When I shuffle, I like to keep them all in the upright position, as in the neophyte grade. That way you've got bottom meets top. I'll only occasionally let a card go reversed. If it pops out of the deck, so to speak, then I'll try to think about what has caused me to be erratic in my shuffling. I saw some gal shuffling tarot cards the other day on a video, and she was really going bananas with the motherfuckers. And I was like, good God in heaven, woman. Those cards aren't going to last you long. But maybe she burns through decks like I burned through Chinese cigarettes. All right. Heaven and earth, divine spirits, and ancient masters, your son has a question. Please honor me with a card for me to contemplate over the weekend. I will accept this card whether it shows me good fortune or misfortune. This is just a card for my general study and for my contemplation work. One that I haven't worked on in a while, one that I need to focus more on. So, divine gods and goddesses, Queen of the Eastern Star, Great God of the North, what would you have your son, your smallest son, contemplate this weekend? And here we are. Aha! A great one. The Nine of Cups. That is a card of great good fortune. You see the merchant there with his red fiery hat to seize your attention. And he is loaded down with goods for sale. His arms are crossed. His arms are in a cross fashion, an X, showing that he understands the X steganography. And he has uncovered where the pirate's X marks the spot on the treasure map, the pirate's treasure map. He's uncovered it. And now he is offering up for sale any wares that you may be interested in. There's that curtain behind him coming off of the shelf is hiding the true goods, the black market goods that he's got. If you need them, they're there. This is a wonderful card. He's a jovial, plump, amiable man. A good businessman, ready to haggle. Never failing to give you a good deal. And he'll offer you more than you paid for, too. He's always throwing in extras, right? You make a purchase and you finagle it down a few dollars and he doesn't mind, right? And then he throws in an extra just so you have a happy day. That's a great card. I love that one. I will contemplate this card of great good fortune over the weekend. I'll draw it. I'll scan it in I think it's in the Zealator grade that we scan all the cards. And if you know the scanning practice, you too can choose a card and scan it over the weekend and contemplate its deeper meaning. And that'll be it for now, because I do have to do lesson prep for my kids this afternoon. I've got a super easy schedule this afternoon. I've got two sessions, and then I'm gonna leave early. Don't tell anyone, okay? Don't be ratting out old Frank Monday, because my manager's an intelligent man. I asked him one time early on, working for him here, I said, all right if I leave early if I don't have classes? And he's like, bro, do whatever you want. I hired you because I am confident that you have the power to manage yourself, and you don't need any oversight. I was like, well said, sir. Well said. And so I haven't bothered him since. And if he ever asks me to do anything, I say, yes, at once, sir. And that's the kind of relationship you need to have in your career with your direct manager. That's the laissez-faire type of relationship that spiritual achievement brings you. It was, I believe, Thomas Jefferson who said, no. It might have been Ralph Waldo Emerson. Let me see. I'll say what he said first. I'll quote the citation. I'll cite the quotation. I'll quote the citation, and then I'll remember who said it. He said, government at best is an inefficient servant and a fearful master, and the smaller the government, the better. And the best government is no government at all, and men govern themselves. And when a man is ready for it, he will have it. And when you practice the magical method, the magical mind, you achieve that type of self-government where other people just step out of the way, leave you alone, and let you have the freedom and the peace of mind for you to grow spiritually. So that's our lesson for today, and this will be an ongoing series called Magic 101. I hope y'all good-looking, happy people out there in La La Land are doing well. And until I see you again, hugs and kisses, good magic, blessed be, as above, so below. Into the abodes of the future, my dear friends, hugs and kisses. and it says finished broadcast, but you and I know better.